Anonymous and retired. That'd be a good thing, I think. We get followed around a lot from time to time.
Jason, great to see you again.
Good to see you, Bonnie.
You know, nice watching you kick butt again. And I want to know, is there anything you will not do?
The list is so big, I wouldn't want to show it to you.
No, I want to see that list.
You know, when you're making a movie, I know that's what you're referring to, right?
Listen, we can go in any direction you like.
Go ahead.
No, but stunt-wise, seriously, like, does anybody come to you in anything you've ever done and go, you know, you're going to do this, and you're going like, no freaking way.
No, because, you know, I've got a big ego and I want to try and prove to myself that I can do it. No, it's, for me, it's, you know, I love trying to push myself. I mean, I used to do high diving years ago and I was sort of seeking out that adrenaline and, you know, a lot of the stunts or whatever you call them that we get to do, if there's a, you know, if you're pushing your skill set a little bit or if you're trying to do something that you're not sure whether you can do, I think there's a great reward to that by getting to do it. So I've always had a great kick out of doing things.
Well, we love watching you do it, so
Yeah.
keep them coming.
All right.
Well, was it easy to slip back into a skin? I mean, it's been 5 years.
Is that how long it's been? They do go quickly. Yeah, yeah. You know, I remember the first one. We had such a good time doing that with Ben Foster, and you know, we wanted to do it again. You know, these genre-type films, I don't get to do them all the time. You know, I've done a couple of different movies over the last few years, and it's good to get back in the shoes of the Arthur Bishop character.
Do you ever get nervous or scared?
You always get, in what sense?
Just that, you know, like we were talking about the stunts and stuff. I mean, I know, look, we love watching you do this stuff, but there's got to be a little bit of butterflies going on.
If you don't get adrenaline, then there's something wrong. You have to, even if it's just a simple fight sequence, because you have to draw from something, and the you know, the necessity to kind of inject some emotion into it and some power. You know, you're questioning yourself whether you can get it right, and I think you have to sort of push yourself in order to do that. And pushing yourself requires, you know, a boost of adrenaline. You got to draw from that. Yeah.
What was it about this script that brought you back?
You know, there's a lot of reasons that I wanted to do this. The fact it was set on all these, you know, on an international sort of plane. Get to visit some countries that I wanted to go visit. Get to work with some people. Vic Armstrong is a stunt coordinator, second unit director that I really wanted to work with. I've known him I've known about him for a long, long time growing up. Before I was even in the industry, I'd heard about Vic and his talents. So I wanted to work with Vic. I wanted to be out in Thailand. I wanted to do, you know, I wanted to work with some good people, and I knew that they'd put a great cast together. And Dennis Gansel had a great pitch on the movie. So all these things start to come together, and you go, yeah, let's go to work.
There are some, like I said, amazing stunts in this, but I have to say that pool stunt, when I don't even want to give it away, people, because it's just a highlight of the film, one of many. What was it like to do something like that?
You know, it's trying to dream up stuff that hasn't been done. You know, it's trying to think, how can we sort of entertain the audience? And at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. You know, people go there, spend their dollars, and they want to say, you know what, it was worth the money, and they remember elements of it. And so, if you can create these sort of sequences or these stunt sort of driven moments that people go, that was great, or, you know, I think you've sort of rang the bell, and I think we've succeeded if we can do that.
Yeah, you certainly did. Okay, there's some nice little chemistry going on between you and Jessica Alba. Was that really hard? Come on, seriously.
Well,
now we're talking like acting, Jason.
There's not a lot of acting needed to be done there. Yeah, I mean, she's quite a darling, so it's an easy day at the office.
What was it like working together, especially in those beautiful locations? I mean, come on, really, it's like vacation.
Yeah, I know. You know, a lot of my envious friends weren't too happy. You know, she's a terrific actress, and, you know, we had a great time. She likes to enjoy herself, and what better to do that on a beach?
I would say so,
You know?
and absolutely. And you spend a lot of time in the water. And we were just saying, you know, you were a diver before you did all this. What was, you know, to be back in the water and to do that stuff for you?
It's a different type of stuff, you know, running around. I love action films. I've always, you know, been inspired to do, you know, the Bond-esque type films. And if we can, you know, in fact, Vic Armstrong, again, to keep mentioning his name, he said this sub-pen sequence where we were in the submarine pen. Yeah. He said it reminds me of the old Bond film that I did years and years ago. So, you know, we're getting a little buzz from all those, you know, those big action set pieces from movies that were done way back.
Yeah, now aside from the action, and you know, we don't want you to stop that, but you were so funny in Spy, so hilarious. We see a new side of you. Okay, I have people saying the one thing they want me to ask you is, when are you going to do more comedy? So please, you know, deliver. What do you
you know what? I've been banging on Paul Feig's door for the last, you know, dozen months since we did Spy. So I think, you know, if he's going to crumble, he'll do it sooner than later, I'm sure. Or I'll have to use a different technique. But, you know, we're a good little duo there. And Melissa, you know, it's one of those things, you can't push it. When it comes, it comes. And you know, I don't want to do comedy for the sake of just doing comedy. I want to work with the people that I know are just the best in the business at what they do. And that way you get to feed off their brilliance, and you can, you know, come and do some good work. So I want to do another comedy. I'm dying to do some more, but I'm just waiting for the right thing, and usually it's with...
Was it hard for you, or was it easy? Because they say comedy's harder than drama and action.
You don't have a choice. You have to, you know, when you're opposite Melissa McCarthy, things start to happen. It's really funny. She's you know, she improvises and she makes the moments so intense that you don't even know what you're doing. I mean, you have no sort of conscience about, oh, am I saying the right thing? You're just totally in her world. And it's the same with, you know, what Paul does is feeding you all these alternate lines, and it's just, you know, it's mayhem, and you get to do some really different kind of work from what I'm used to anyway. It's a lot different than what I've just done with this movie.
Oh, absolutely. Now, if Bishop starts off the movie, he wants to be anonymous and he's retired. What would life look like that for you if you were to do that?
Anonymous and retired, that'd be a good thing, I think. We get followed around a lot from time to time. Retired, I don't know. I think I like, you know, retirement is a thing of the past. I don't think you know, my mum and dad are still at work, you know, they're in their 70s and they love doing what they do. And I think people, if you enjoy what you do, there is no retirement.
I totally agree with you. It's all in the mind, my friend.
Exactly.
Can't wait to see you in Fast 8, and congratulations on this.